This morning, what we did the aspect of enlightened speech, and the first mantra would be the Nyenpa.
Yes. What means Nyingpa?
Nyenpa is the approach level mantra accumulation, meaning bring the wisdom deity closer to your own mind.
So we chant the mantra is Yidam deity is bring too close to us, right?
Yes.
Nyingpa?
Yes.
Okay. What is the second one, Sandra?
Closer approach, Nainin or something, Nainin.
Nyenyin, yes. What happened, Nyenyin? What Nyenyin does?
You get a little bit more stable in your visualization, and you get closer. You feel more close to the deity.
Your mind.
Nyenyin. Okay. So third one is, what is the third one, Lisa?
Drupa.
Tempo, I wasn't here yesterday and I was only here for this afternoon, but I have a doctor's note from the medicine Buddha. You can either fail me or—
I said that your picture is there this morning. You are there in the teaching. Your picture is there.
I think I didn't come till 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't come till the afternoon practice.
Okay, so what is the third one is Chuang. Third one.
Drupa.
Sorry,
Very.
during that time I was distracted by some.
Oh my goodness. Happening something.
You felt.
I'm not going to ask question Mary, so Mary give you all the answers there.
Drupa was 3.
Okay, French, what is the third one?
Drupa.
French and Gabriel.
You're muted, French.
Yeah, means mastery, so-called, of the wisdom deity. I assume that means pretty complete absorption, but it's not as far as Drupchen. Drupa is just sort of the first level of mastery.
Okay. So fourth one, Avura, you are fourth one.
The fourth one is a Drupchen. Is the great accomplishment. And it's when you get the four enlightened activities.
Okay, so that's good. That's good.
And,
yes.
Yeah.
So what this mantra helps for chant the prayers mantra? What helps us? Mary, please give answer.
It purifies your speech. It helps you to purify your speech obscurations. And it introduces you to the deity so you can get closer, along with the visualizations.
Okay.
So Kempo, can I ask about that?
1 minute. First, I have the question for you. Okay. No, my time. So, why is Sandra? Why we cannot translation to this mantras to the own language?
Because the power is in the Sanskrit, really, and maybe in the way your teacher says the mantra. But
why the Sanskrit has power?
I don't know. It's one of those languages. It's a very special language. They call it like a flame language. I think Hebrew's like that. I don't know. Why?
Why is I ask you questions?
I mean, you said do not translate it. We don't say enlightened body, speech, and mind. We say Om Ahong. And there's just lots of benefits in the sound itself.
Okay, so who created these mantras?
The Buddhas.
Dakinis.
Realized masters.
Okay.
All of the above.
Okay, so that everyone says like correct, kind of correct everyone. So who purifies speech obscurations? It's their aspiration has power. So also you can say Dakini scripture, you know, this is the mantra is in Dakini scripture. So the meaning is you cannot get a translation to own language. Also the first come from the Dakini scripture, so you have to live like that. So that's the teaching says, right? I don't know anything. So we cannot ask questions, right? They say it's no analyze. No, we cannot analyze that part, right? We already told it there. Faith, devotion, and practice. Not analyze. Okay, so great. Your all answer. So you're our past. So now I'm going to give you answer. Not my turn. You ask me question.
Okay, you ready? Okay. So
almost ready. Yes.
Okay. First of all, so mantra recitation purifies speech, but does that also mean it's purifying wind, karmic wind?
Yes.
So this could be a way to do inner practice, right? The channels and winds without any further complications, like just simply recite the mantra.
That's yes. Also, that depends on individual practitioners, how they have ability, you know. So we cannot say yes, no, because it's due to the individual level abilities. So they can only on home they have used that is auto inner secret level everything practice. So all these tantras bring to into these 3 syllables. There are some practitioner has the ability to do that, right? But some people, whatever does is just or it's like kind of hard difficulty, don't really get anything. So it's due to this is a dependent individual level.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you were talking about spirits invading some people's bodies,
Yes.
It made me remember our conversation about sentient beings and if plants are sentient beings, and somehow you were making a distinction that spirits can live in trees, right? Spirits can be in trees, but that doesn't mean they're sentient. And it's this idea like a spirit can come inside a human body that doesn't belong there. It's that idea that a spirit could inhabit a tree. Is that what you were saying? Somehow not the sentient, it's not the being.
Wow, that question is very high level. What is saying that you say?
So when the red and white essence and the consciousness combine, you know, all 3 things, then a baby starts to form, a person starts to grow. The consciousness is there.
Yes.
Without the consciousness, the human being does not form.
Yes.
It just seems like that's kind of could be possible for plant life. You know, because not every seed germinates and becomes a plant. Like it seems possible. And and that there's this whole other thing where spirits can invade people's bodies and spirits can inhabit trees or rocks or whatever. But that could be true and separate from if they're able to be sentient or not.
So I really don't know. That's it's hard to give you answer because I don't have experience that, you know. So the teachings didn't talk about that, you know. And actually, we say mountain gods, also trees, and this kind of plants, many other beings, you know, kind of they recognize their home. And you know, some people, I don't know the body, but mostly they just fears their home, you know, kind of living there, you know, something like that. Nagas too. So that's all different beings have different perceptions.
Okay, and then the like treating like, the Vajrayana approach of like treating like is in Western medicine called homeopathy. I just wanted to say that to you. There's actually a branch of medicine that practices that.
What is that?
It's called homeopathy. It's mostly popular in Europe, but it's around the United States a little bit. Also popular in India. Yeah.
So what is that?
It's like an energy medicine where if there's a plant that would cause you to get a fever, you take, if you have a fever, you take a little bit of this plant, this energy signature of this plant. So you treat the symptom you have with a substance that would cause that symptom. Instead of the opposite, you treat the problem with the thing that would cause the problem.
So you mean that means like fire antidote fire?
Yeah. Conceptually very similar.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. There's mostly like ancient traditional medicines, many like that, you know. They use the just heat, something burns your body, they put something heat. The, you know, noise, we put the ice that used to, I think, that create more warm something, heat. So then,
I have a question.
yes.
With respect to understanding what mantras mean, understanding also that they have to be chanted in Sanskrit. But don't you think it's important to understand what we're talking about or what we're recitating? Like there are explanations about Om Ahung, this teaching from Khenchen Konchok Jaltsen Rinpoche about Om Ahung that's quite extensive. And so with other mantras, I think it is beneficial to understand what the mantra means and
so
why you
yes,
still recitate it in Sanskrit, of course.
Explain, yes, some mantra explain. The explain mantra is mostly is Sanskrit, so Sanskrit language, and they explain, but explain actually, you know, not really enough, like, you know, to, you know, whatever we explain, so like that, not really giving all the information. So actually you have the Om Ahung explained from Khenchen Koncho Jamse. So mantra mostly is the same like that, Om Ahung. So without Om Ahung, we don't have any mantra. Always they have Om Ahung, each mantra has. But some mantra means Om Mane Peme Hong, but Om, so they actually hold Om Ahung, same meaning Om, like sometimes Om or sometimes Om Ahung. So Om has Tibetic 3 layers. It's the meaning is like Om Ahung. So you know the Om Ahung meaning, then just mostly mantra, of course, best to own that. They explain different yidam deities name, you know, and their power or their benefit or something like their activity. So then extra put that. So actually, everything is best to own the own our home. Yeah.
Okay, so Om Ahong is like the core mantra, and then depending on the deity, they add different aspects in it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
So
Yeah.
the example Om Mane is like method, Peme is wisdom. So Chinrez actually symbolize the method and the wisdom. That is Chinrez Mane Peme. Then Hong is actually kind of the method and wisdom inseparable. So Om Mane Peme Hong. See, Om is Om Ahong, same thing, body, speech, mind. Mani is method, is love, compassion, bodhicitta. Mani is like, that's why Chinese hold the wish fulfilling giver in his heart. So the meaning is, yeah, Mani. And Peme is actually lotus, but the essence meaning is wisdom, emptiness, wisdom. Peme. Then Hong is inseparable. So method and wisdom. Then sometimes we have a she, sometimes we don't put a she. When you put a she, means like Buddha Amitabha. So Chinreza is emanation, Buddha Amitabha, that's why she. Then you don't have to say she, just they're called 6 syllable Om Mani Padme Hum. So that is just example like mantra explain goes, you know, the best on the Om Ahong. And then you think about Om Ahong Benzan Guru Pema Side Hong. There's Om Ahong, right? Benzan Guru Pema is actually Pema Sambhava's name. Side Hong is completion. Drupa means drupchin, you know, Side is drupchin, complete. Hong is inseparable with the Yadam Deity, Hong. So then also you can go, you know, little bit different ways to explain. Om Ahong is the same. Benza is Vajjara. Vajjara is called, you know, nature mind. Benza, Tibetan called Benza. Sanskrit is Vajjara. So we always say Benza. Usually you always come Vajjara. You know, it's actually same. The Tibetan is the same Benza, and you say Vajjara, and Vajjara. Then that is the natural mind. Mind is the same as Vajjara. Vajjara. Guru is teacher. Respect teacher. Guru. It's the same as a Lama. You know, Tibetan called Lama. Indian called Guru. So Lama means like actually special quality called Lama means La means like more special than regular people. So Lama, Guru is like respect someone, you know, Guru, right? Same thing, Lama or Guru. Pema is Pema Sambhava. He was born Lotus. Pema, his name Pema Sambhava. So also like sometimes explain different ways. Benza is Vajjara, emptiness, Benza, and so natural mind, Benza. Guru is example, symbolized is method. Then Pema is wisdom. So that's also followed by, you know, natural mind, method, wisdom, completion. Om Ahom Benzan Guru Pema Sade Hom means. So then you can follow just his name also that follow some people. Just Om Ahom is our body, speech, mind is the same to become Pema Sambhava. On a home Benzan Guru Pema Siddhe home. So that's the like, you know, mantra is solo like that.
Thank you, Kempo. That's so nice. That's very
Helpful.
Very helpful.
Very helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Then Tara, we have Om Tare Tu Tare Ture is a Tara, right? Om is the same. Tare Tu Tare Ture is a Tara. The Mama Ayon Jana Pinya Potenkere so is like long life. Long life.
Temple, I have a question,
Hmm.
and I think it's because I missed classes, but why is there such a variation in some of these mantras? Is it due to dialect and region, or where people are from, or the language? Because some will recite Om Mani Padme Hum, and others say Hum at the end. And some places are very strict about that, and some places are more flexible about the variations in the pronunciation.
Flexible is better.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have one story, but I forget all the details. So this long time ago, some chant Om Benza Chilla Chilaya Sawan Bengani Pa Home Om Benza Chilla Chilaya. They didn't say Om Benza Chilaya Sawan Bengani Pa Home. So then someone make correctly the, you know, who chant Om Benza Chilla Chilaya Sawan Bengani Pa Home. But the person is like already very close to Vajja Kalaya practice and completion. So then someone say, oh, your mantra is wrong. Then have to chant Om Benza Kalaya, make pronunciation correctly. Then it didn't complete. So then that person say, okay, you chant whatever you want. Other teacher told the, whatever your song comes, you do that.
Well, I would imagine if you do it for a long time and then you're suddenly told you're doing it wrong and you try to correct it, it might cause some additional obscurations, especially with the mind when you're trying to, you know, you said it so long for one way and then all of a sudden you have to say it a new way. So I'm glad they finally told them just say it the way you were doing it.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Very beautiful story. I forget who did this Vajja Kalaya mantra. You know, they did it wrong. But then he make correctly. Someone who chant Om Benza Chilla Chilaya, someone Bengal Baum, but Chilla Chilaya is wrong. Actually, Benza Killa Kalaya, you know, no Chilla Chilaya.
I remember when you told this story that the important thing was that he recited with all the devotion and you know thinking on the deity and everything. But I don't remember the name of the person. But I do remember that was the important thing of the story.
Yeah.
Kamala, the story I heard is one of the Dalai Lama who stands on the top of his place and then hear this monk who's circumambulating and then reciting wrong, whatever, not correct. And then one day he corrected him, and then the monk came back and said, because when he doing the correct one, then he just lost his devotion. And then the Dalai Lama said, then you can go back to, you know, your old sound or whatever. So that's the story I heard.
Okay, so I have a question.
That's the story, but I'm talking is like the story is the long before that. And yeah, long before that, somewhere it's like some people practice Vajja Kalaya groups, something. The one teacher went there and then the chanting is wrong. So he has some visions like Vajja Kalaya, like something. And the next day he don't have that any experience. So the problem is he make correct them, you know. Then they also fear it's different. So then he told them chant again same thing.
Yeah, that's the story I heard that.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
What about the speed of a mantra? You know, when you do hundreds of recitations, you get faster and faster.
Yes.
And And is that okay, or it's important to slow down and be very clear?
So in our stage meditation book recommend is like not too fast, not too slow. It's the right amount. Like Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Like not too loud, really, not too soft. But when we chant like millions mantra at time, people chant Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om
So is that okay or not?
I think it's okay. I cannot make correct that. Don't make correct that one. See, people, long as they have devotions, fair, fair, happy, we have to leave it that. Cannot make correct that. This kind of things like not really cannot be organized.
Okay.
It's different, you know. So if you too much facts, you gone. They have like something like circumstances, you know, and energy. So we don't recognize what's going on there. Some people chant really good pronunciation correctly, but maybe something connections are wrong there, you know.
Uh-huh.
People don't do correctly, but there are other connections there. So we don't know that part.
Okay.
So
All right,
just
thank
we say like, okay, don't do too fast, don't do too slow. Just say right amount. Just we give like that kind of information, but someone does too fast, don't stop them. Let them chant fast.
Okay.
Kempo,
Someone chant very slow, don't push them, let them slow down.
Kempo, I have a question.
Yes.
What is the sixth syllable, the one that you have in the center? What does it mean? What is the significance of it?
The sixth syllable center one is represented with the yadam, that is essence, like syllable, you know. That syllable is represented with the Buddha. The syllable, the essence is the Buddha, the mind.
Okay,
So
but it's
the
different.
Tara has a tam syllable, you know, Chinreze has a hong syllable, Amitabha has a sh syllable. They're also followed by color.
So they represent the deity, you said? The deity?
Yeah, representative also your mind, nature mind.
Okay.
So we visualize the generation stage. You see, you visualize the lotus seed, sun, and the moon. Top there, you visualize the syllable. The syllable is representative of our consciousness. So our consciousness is transformed to the Buddha's body. So that means like when we take birth, it becomes Buddha, not take samsara birth. Birth can make imprint transform. Yeah, so that syllable is, that's why visualize, you know, syllable is representative of our natural mind. Sometimes like representative of Buddha's mind. Sometimes representative of our mind. Sometimes it's inseparable. Buddha's mind, our mind is inseparable. So depending how to you practice. Outer, inner, secret levels. Then also visualization, see, from visualization, self-generation, they have two difference.
Kempo, I have a question.
Yes.
So when we're reciting mantras, is it very important to keep track the number of times we do it?
It's
Or is
good
it
for
more
the
important?
good for lazy people. If you need something pushing you and give you effort, then content is better. So it's good for me. Like I have a mala in my hand or in the content, something in my finger. They are naturally chant the mantra. if I don't have that, I then not thinking about a mantra. You know, that helps like kind of effort and to give you good conviction. Yeah.
Because when I'm
Actually,
walking,
even you don't count the mantra, it's there. Mantra is there. Count, no count doesn't matter, but counting give us effort.
I see, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Thank you, Ken.
Yeah. Then you use your mala, because mala is powerful too, blessing. So mala is like you chant all the time your mantra and you put in your body, and the mala is become your protection. Mm.
There's a lot of times.
Campbell,
Go ahead.
Yes. Hi, Lomi.
I want to ask because I do chant mantra, and especially I'm very afraid of driving because I learned driving very late in my life. So every time when I drive, I'm really afraid. But when I start chanting the mantra, it immediately calm me down, really calm me down, and then I can feel really safe. But when I chant it, gradually it becomes like I chanting not with like I do. When I chant, gradually go inward. So I don't have the sound. Just in my brain, I was chanting. Is it okay?
When you chant, what you don't have?
Like I chant at the beginning. I would chant Dale Mama Ayu Chana Kunu. So right, I would chant like this, but gradually I will lose my voice and I start chant just in my brain.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know, it's okay,
That's
isn't
good.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like I just chanting like inwardly, but sometimes when I feel really, really suddenly something happens, then I will chant really loud. I do like
So,
that. But most of the time,
that's you can chant many different ways, like you can mantra, but when you really using your meditation, it's mentally chanting is great. Mentally chanting, you know, mentally chanting keeps your mind together. It's meditation together. Sometimes you chant on some voice there, but your mind go all over the place. Then you just so your mentally chant, the mantra kept your mind there.
Yeah, sometimes when I chant that, I feel that the mantra is like dancing with me outside. I don't know whether you know what I'm saying. Like I feel many bodhisattvas was outside dancing, outside my mind, like around, because I like to chant it when I was taking a walk in the wood or something like that. So no one was there. And if someone comes, then I immediately turn internally. So my chanting is not loud. But if no one was there, then I think I chant really loud. Then I feel that sometimes I feel all the bodhisattvas was surrounding and just chanting. And feel very happy because of that.
That's good.
La main, this is Elvira. When I'm trying to visualize a deity, the first thing I do is chant the mantra in my mind. And then that brings the image of the deity quicker to me.
Yeah. I really like chanting it because I have a lot of fear. And when I always like when I was afraid, then I start to chant. And when I was chanting, then I'm not feeling afraid anymore. Like I really feel that like you were talking about like chanting the mantra is like calling your mama. She's sleeping and you call her to help you. And then she really comes to help you. And when she's with me, then when I chant her name and I feel she's with me, then I'm not afraid.
So that's good.
That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, very good. So long as the most important, like, see, when you chant the mantra, need devotion and the faith, and then just, we already told this morning, no analyzing, you know, no doubt, no thoughts. So then your mind be samadhi, chant the mantra is more powerful. Yeah.
Okay.
So that which says Vajra song means like hearing the song, song is empty, empty is a song, song is empty, emptiness, song is inseparable. So that's called the Buddha's enlightening speech.
But I didn't think about emptiness.
It's okay. Just the song is like the naturally empty. Empty is hearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Temple. And thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you, the other friend. I forget your name again.
Avura.
Aruga.
Elvira.
Elvira, I
Okay.
see.
Alvida. Thank you, Alvida.
Okay, so then who has questions?
I have a question about when we're doing the mantra. So during the mantra resuscitation, if we're doing sitting practice, that's the time we're holding the visualization. Is that correct? Correct? Correct. So is there a point when you may not, that visualization falls away and you're just resting in the mantra versus just holding that visualization there all during the mantra resuscitation?
So you mean chant the mantra, the holding the visualization, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Right. Oh, go ahead.
Visualization is not only the mantra, so all the way starting, like generation, then they have like visualization all the way to beginning to end, practice Yidam deities. So all is a visualization, meditation, just different, different ways, everything. Yeah. Then if you don't have time to do all this sadhana, you also can chant only mantra. That's also possible too. Yeah.
Okay, that was my question. Yeah, I understand. We're creating the visualization through the generation stage, but if we leave the sadhana and we're continuing to do mantra, we can just continue to do mantra, and we wouldn't necessarily be holding that visualization during that resuscitation time. Does that make sense? In other words, when I'm driving the car saying mantra, I can't drive the car and hold that visualization. I may not get where I'm going.
So even you don't visualize, I think this is Buddha's hear your mantra that you're calling them. But needed just two key things like devotion. That's it, right? Very important part is the devotion.
Okay.
So there's a practice Yidam deity is followed by the devotion, not the analyze. The philosophy is analyze, not follow the devotion. So this depending, like when you study, that time is analyze is most important. When you are in the practice, devotion is most important. So long as you have a devotion, even you see the mantra is incorrect, still you get blessing.
Great question, Sister Debbie. Kempala, I also want to follow with Debbie's question, because let's say that when we practice, the Yidam deity, like Tara, and first it's generation stage, and then you eventually merge with Tara or whichever deity you're practicing, then no need to visualize, because now you become inseparable with her or him. And then your everything from you, body, speech, and mind, will radiate and send out that signal of the mantra itself. No need the visualization anymore. So even if you chant in your mind, body, speech, and mind would radiate, send out that mantra sound or whatever that you want to send out. Is that the correct way to think? That's what I've been doing. Sometimes I just do, but I'm not sure if it's correct or not. But then, you know, I don't want to boggle my mind down. Is this right? Is this wrong? Then it just really start me thinking too much.
It's the sending mantra like this, like that. This like we really need samadhi meditation, very stable.
Okay.
So samadhi meditation very stable, then you can have the ability. But without this shine practice before, you know, like shamatha, and very hard to do that. And I explained this morning, you know, if our mind is not really into samadhi, we don't have this power to like do this, like you know, like whether it's gods and dissolving, you know, go to offerings. Actually, that also visualization. But you know, we think that, you know, yeah, like that it's goes, yeah, it's coming, but you just mentally thinking that, but not really, you know, we have that practice without shamatha.
Okay.
And correctly, I mean, like, you know, like really the like that is and the coming back, saying these things, like someone really must have to have a samadhi, like very stable shamatha meditation. So then they go up to in this visualization, that person has like, you know, have this ability to do. And without our mind is really not into such a level, not possible to you know, this like that is coming, sending like, you know, dissolving is hard. Sometimes we think that, you know, we think that doing, but it's not really in the like, you know, the level is like high grade level.
Yes, I
So
see.
then it's
Thank you.
a drip chain like completion. Then after, like, also we don't have to really sending like out in, then into this absolute truth, nature, Mahamudra, then no visualizing. That is called completion stage. When we are going into up to the completion stage, then no visualization. So we sending like rather it is like still in, we are in the generation stage. It's visualization. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, there's no wrong, and you fake it until you make it. But you know, I remember at least, you know, I understand what you're saying, but after we merge and after we like radiate and invite the deities and all the blessing dakas and dakinis to witness and give us blessing, then we merge as one with the deity. Then, like you say, we need to have a very strong samadhi in order to have it really beneficial. Otherwise, we're just almost like doing it, but faking it or hoping to make it.
Yes,
Right?
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
right.
also like we create like some levels, create karmic imprints and good, you know, like, you know, put like something wishing and create karmic imprints, but we cannot really say we benefit others. We really cannot say, purify my obscurations, you know. So who has really stable visualizations, then they can benefit others, same thing like that is, and purify the others, you know, help for them remove other obscuration, and the same thing like bring energy to themselves. So that person must have to have like some stable level.
Okay.
So this my understanding is always like actually the best on the shamatha meditation. So we need really our mind stable, shamatha practice meditation. So long as we have a shamatha very stable our mind, then you go up to vipassana also very easy. see, go to intellectual part, like long as you don't have so much thoughts, your mind is stable, then you can analyze it easy. So analyze, you understanding all this, everything. Like we talk about the selflessness of a person, selflessness of phenomena, you understanding clearly. Because your mind is stable, then you have awareness sharp, you know, you understand that. Then you have a meditation, your mind is stable, then you go into vipassana, non-conceptual, also your mind is into that, you can recognize your natural mind. Then you also go to the visualize, also possible, because your mind is like, you know, kind of what is we say, like it's easy to, like whatever you can do, you know, and flexible, or you know, your mind have, you have control your mind, like kind of you can have you can do whatever you need, create. So that's all. It's like, see, based on the shamatha meditation.
Yes, thank you, Khenpo-la,
You're
for
welcome. So we
explaining.
have to meditate more shamatha and just focus with object, focus with breath, and we create that, and then sometimes look to your natural mind. You know, meditate and meditate. Your mind become peacefully, calm down, stable. Then you have ability to visualize the yidam. That is easy. Otherwise, we go directly to visualize the yidam daddy, but we wishing, we imagination something we have, but really not perfectly effective, you know, practice.
Yes, got it. Thank
Yeah.
you, Khenpo.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have another question.
Okay.
It seems like when you have questions, sometimes you're able to answer your own questions. Like last night, I was dreaming, and I got answers to a bunch of questions as I was sleeping. Does that make sense?
Makes sense, yes.
Yeah.
I say, wow. I just relaxed and looked at, watched the answers come, you know. So okay, so that makes sense. That's good. I
Yes,
can't turn it on or off. It just seemed to be turned on last night. That's all. All right.
Ooh.
Thank you.
That's your Buddha nature, right? Answering you.
That's what I'm hoping. Yes.
So sometimes the dream give you answer too. Sometimes we say dream is a delusion. Of course, like when you talk about emptiness, then everything is put in the garbage. You know that kind of like that. You know, but we follow the relatively. Dream also sometimes work for us.
Okay.
Talk about the emptiness, then we cannot accept anything. Just say everything is a delusion. Put everything is in the fire. Emptiness, the same as a fire. Everything is put in the fire. But relatively, you know, this dream also works for us, and dream give you many information for yourself. Your own dreams give you lots of information yourself. Some is like give you like past something. Some is give you future something, you know. So the just delusionally true, you know. We are delusion, so delusion also, dream also delusion. We are in the delusion, so the delusion give us something in the delusion is, you know, make sense too.
Okay. Interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
In some sadhanas, Kempa, like the achi that we do all the time, there isn't a disillusioned state with that particular sadhana. So then what is the completion stage with that?
Achi sadhana? Achi sadhana, there's so many different Achi sadhana. So we do the smoking offering. I don't know if they have any dissolutions. Zaya and Zaya, Siddhe, Pala, Home. It's like that. That is a dissolution actually we chant the last one. The Mahakala with Achi.
Can you repeat that, Kempo, please?
Zaya, Siddhe, Pala, Home, right?
Yeah. What does it mean?
I really don't know, but that's affairs like dissolution.
Okay, dissolution. Thank you.
Yeah, I put that when I chant that mantra, it's just Achi become dissolved to myself. It's inseparable. So someone going to make me correct, then it's I lost that kind of my feeling. But no, I have that feeling, even the wrong. So I wish no one make correctly for me that too. Same is like we told some people chant mantra correctly. So incorrectly, they also have connections. So I have that connections. Zaya and Zaya, Siddhe, Pala. Zaya and Zaya means become dissolve. Siddhe is into, home is like inseparable. So that's after, you don't have to follow me. That's, I don't know.
Well, I just kind of wondered what we do, if we're doing Achi, and then I just always kind of thought, well, as a protectress, she's just always there, kind of like the police are always there, because you always compare the protectors to the police, and they're always there. So she's just, we're always one, and it's just.
So Achi is like, she can be protector, can be Dakini, can be Yadam Deity, can be Ru Guru, everything. So it's depending how to you practice. And so you can use only independently Achi sadhana. So that means Achi is Yadam Deity. And sometimes we like chant the Pema Sambhava sadhana example, when the after mantra, before the soul offering, then chant the Achi practice. So that means like Achi is used in the protector. And so then me, that is like Pema Sambhava, Achi is protector like that, So we also see the short Varjakalaya teaching. No, short Varjakalaya that come from Khenpo Jimin Pinso. And so I put in the Achi short one there. So that is like say protector, like Varjakalaya is mean Yadam Deity, Achi is protector. And then we have soul offerings. So usually we do like that, just follow the sadhana, Yadam Deity practice, and then before the soul, Ganachara, then do the protector. Then finish protector, then do Ganachara. Then finishing Ganachara soul offering, then go back to the dissolution and the dedication and the aspiration prayers. So if you can skip this, say Yadam Deity and Ganachara, then after mantra, so you chant the Vajrasattva mantras, and then go to the dissolution and dedication, auspicious prayers. So then you skip the protector and the Ganachara both.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's the prayer to follow. It's like you can skip some prayers. It's sometimes you don't have to do. If you have time and you feel good, you have all this something like protectors need a tea offering or something, Porma, or you visualize you wanted to do, and then you have 4 offerings, then you can put that into the practice Yidam deity together. So that Varjakalaya, short Varjakalaya, we have a beginning, the main teach the Varjakalaya Yidam deity, and after mantra, so we have a short Achi. So different one. So that's Varjakalaya is come from Khenpo Jimmy Pinso. The Achi also come from him. So I put the Achi in there. Actually, sadhana didn't have. And then after that, the 4 offerings there. So that's the usually follow the order, include everything means. So then sometimes you can chant only Achi, you know. So you can have like beginning, refuge bodhicitta, and then chant Achi and mantra, and then this 3 offerings, do all these things. Achi also has Ganachara too. Achi sadhana has a Ganachara, and so all this, that means like Achi practice is like independent. The Achi is a Yidam deity and the protector. Okay, so then who asks question?
Khenpo, this question has nothing to do with today's teaching, but when you look at, well, a lot of the mantra recitations always gives an odd number, 3, 5, 7. Why is it always an odd number that they say to do the mantra?
The number is like, I don't know, it's somewhere it's good, you know.
It's always like 3, 5, 7,
Yeah,
11.
9.
It's always an odd number. It's never an even number. It's always an odd number.
They're prime numbers, isn't that funny?
Yes, also 37, you know, isn't 37 a prime number?
Yeah,
And it's like a magic number, and it's 37 practices of Bodhisattva, 37 points in the mandala offering.
So not always like that. We have a 4 noble truths, 2 truths, auspicious, traveling activities.
And 108, what's the significance
6
of 108?
paramita, you know, 6 paramita. So, so just think about that, you know, 2 has 2 truths, okay. 4 has 4 noble truths, 6 has 6 paramita, 8 has 8 auspicious, 8 for 8 path, like 10 permits, 12 activities. See, like that, you know, we have.
That's true, Khenpo.
24
Yeah.
secret places.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Khenpo, I have a question for you. Talking about the Achi Sadhana.
Yes.
When we say that she is the, I don't remember very well, but the mother racer of life force, what does that mean?
Mother?
Okay. At a certain
It's
moment,
raiser of the life force.
mother raiser of the life force.
What the Tibetan says.
I don't, okay, let me see.
Mamo Tame Ma.
We're looking for it, just a minute.
Heart mother, raiser of the life force.
No.
So Achi has many, you know, like activities. So maybe Rath for one, you know, Rath for, and some Rath for form activities, subduing negativity, you know.
Yes, because but razor, a razor is like a cutting tool, no? Like
It says Amaningu Sogipu Dri. Yeah. Heart mother, raiser of the life force.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Amahinga Sogapadatam. So that is a this I really don't know. It's exactly the explain. It's really hard to explain that one.
Sorry.
So they have different kind, like activities, and the different kind of activities. Aman hingar sokapudatan means like you just like negativity is cutting, like same as leather, So very sharp and fast activities. So
Or
not
like-
cutting practitioners, okay? They're cutting the negativity.
Okay. Yeah.
But why does it say life force then?
Yeah.
Somebody else's life force? Whose life force are you cutting?
Yeah, there's some negative life is cutting, like subduing.
So it is referring of the samsara life force, I would say.
Yeah, I check it's like what in English, I'm a hinga soak pudata. It's just some like kind of taking the heart, like kind of wrath for, taking the and this maras heart is taking out. So
Okay.
the cutting.
Okay.
So subduing something. That means that anyway, wrathful actually is like cutting, taking the life force means like just killing this or the maras, subduing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Negativities.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Thank
Okay.
you.
I hope that's correct. I felt that way. So that word is really hard to explain. Like it's some prayers, like sometimes not easy to explain these words. I can explain this stage of meditation words. It's better than this small offering prayer words. This all come from yogis, so hard to explain. Okay, some not make sense, but if we just chant prayers have a power. Some we cannot analyze, just say and chant, trust, believe.
But the more you understand what you're doing.
Come from with yogi, like some like who has completion these aspirations.
Thank you, Kempo.
You're welcome.
Also, Raul, is that in the metered Achi text that you're asking that? Is that in the metered Achi text? You might
metered over there.
Yeah, metered one. Yeah, the deity, if you go to the deity yoga sadhana and read that, it may give even more description, because I know we had talked about some of those with Kempo also to clarify, but it might have more. But he said some that wasn't exactly correct. So I don't know, but yeah, it'll be more descriptive than 7 syllables.
Okay, thank you. That helps. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're going to, time is finished, okay? So going to meditate together, and who have time meditate, who have to go to dinner, you just do yourself dedication and go dinner. And we're going to do 10 minutes meditation together, okay? If who don't have time, you can leave, do yourself, chant Buddha Amitabha, this Sukhavate short one, we do usually prayer. And if you have time, just we do meditation together. So meditation, what you need, you can pick up samatha, vipassana, or visualize the yadam deity, and or you chant something like mentally chanting and meditation. So that's also possible, like Om Ahom example, like Om Ahom, mentally chanting and visualize. So whatever you need. Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Mani Padme Hum. So now we're going to chant the dedication. Matthew, do you? Okay, so Matthew and Roar, please, can you chant it English?
Okay, just a minute, Kempo. Okay. Can you see the prayer there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maho. In the center is the marvelous Buddha Amitabha, boundless light. On the right side is the Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapani, the Lord of powerful means. All are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blissful pure land of Dewachen. When I and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsaric rebirth. May I have the blessing of meeting Amitabha face to face. By the power of the blessings of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the directions, may we attain this aspiration without hindrance. Teyata Pensadriya Awa Bodhanaya Soha. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind. Where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By this virtue, may I achieve omniscience. By defeating all enemies, confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara. As Manjushri, the warrior, realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantabhadra, I will follow in their path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. May the teachings of the great Rinkumpa, Ratna Shri, who is omniscient, Lord of the Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Kempola.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Kempo.
everyone.
I don't know why I said I was here at 1. I was here at 11. I think my mind is in a different time zone. I think from the retreat, with there being people from Brazil and people from Vietnam and all these different times, I was here in the moment, but I lost track of time because of all the, I don't know. It was like
It's okay. So let's go back to good sleep tonight. Tomorrow and come back fresh again, okay? Yeah, so that's the best way.
Because tomorrow I'm going to tell you a very funny story too about this. When you were talking about when the mother is sleeping in nirvana and the child calls and they have to get up, but I'll tell you that story tomorrow.
Okay.
Some of it happened.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.